Hey guys, Alonzo with Chris here. We're doing our green purple Naruto deck profile. I just wanted to give it to you guys.
All right, so we're just gonna start from like lower cost on up. So first card we're playing for the purple side is gonna be the Chrono. So basically, this card's played just because it's an earlier turn one proactive card in a way. It only costs 2 energy, so you can play it, pass turn to them, and it's not that much time that you're gonna get like punished for. And the cool thing is, even on death, you draw an ES card, which is what you want to be doing with this deck to get access to, since you want to make the best use out of reinforcements with this deck. Really cool thing too is if you somehow get this in the Guardian stack, you can actually recover some cards in your drop area. So like you can recover some of like your targets that you reinforced with. And then we are playing 2 Granny Chio. This card is good because it's a 3-cost reinforcements, so you can kind of float into some of the other stuff, especially with the green cards that give you some of the utility with. You don't really want to play too much of the actual built-in reinforcements cards because you're really primarily trying to get the most use out of green side and Kakuzu for that kind of stuff. But this is really nice too because 3 costs is like more of like the middle field where some cards float into each other. So it's really nice. We're also playing 3 of the purple 3-cost Sakura. So this card is really great because it's early game removal. Even on Guardian stack, strength is pretty weak, but you're removing card for only 3, and you can poke with it the next turn if it lives. So
yeah, it's just nice to have the removal. Plus. Yeah, nice cheap removal. That's a body.
And then best card that you can find in this deck is gonna be the Kakuzu.
Oh, that's super good.
Card's phenomenal because it gives all your other battlers reinforcements. Really neat because you get that built up and you start like floating with the other cards for EXs, so you just get instant pluses, and then you can float from like a higher cost into an EX without having to get rid of that one for like the second one. So it's really neat. Card that really grew on me is triple Zetsu.
So good.
Card's ridiculous. Like we were just test playing with this today actually, and I managed to get the ghetto statue out, and I wiped the board once. Well, I did 2 pops with the ghetto statue, and I still had time, so I played this, and I got rid of the rest of the board. And then next turn, my opponent builds up like 2 more cards, with like Sentinel or whatever into them, and I just play a second Zetsu, and like it just wipes the board again.
So ridiculous value.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just one instance, but like this card's really great because you can just proxy basically any on play effect. Yeah. So it's like really helpful.
Yeah, it has so much utility.
Card that also grew onto me is Triple Toby. Card's really great because it's like a 6 cost, but it gives you recovery and draws an EX, which you want to keep getting access into. Getting access in the EXs and recovering from your discard is super helpful because you cycle cards that you go through fast enough because the reinforcements being thrown in there. So it just helps you keep your game state going.
Yeah, it's a high cost. It gets an EX. So it basically like Monster Reborn, like Monster Recovery, and then just basically instant EX usually all the time. So just
and then same effect in Guardian stack. So like you're always gonna get this side going.
Super nice.
I feel like this card's pretty mandatory. It's the 6 cost Naruto.
Yeah, definitely.
Really great offensive card and reactive card. Pop anything that's like 4 or less cost. Really great.
Yeah. Really important too because it's 4 cost instead of strength. Usually it's strength, especially gets rid of like Shino and stuff like that, and like Tsunade is just really nice.
Yeah, so like it's a little bit higher, but 6 is like justifiable enough to like get rid of things. So it's really neat. And then if it still lives on board, you swing it for 2 with the strength of 6. So it's like really good even side. We also play the like most mandatory card ever in any purple variant, Triple Neji.
Oh yeah.
Always gonna pop a card for 6. Like that's fair.
Yeah,
because it pops anything you want,
yeah,
regardless of cost or strength. Even in Guardian stack. So like sometimes you might even say this card in Guardian stack is really good. Sometimes better, but it's nice to have it in hand as well. So you choose what to pop.
Yeah, super good. Staple definitely.
Another card some people might disagree with me, but I'm playing Triple Pain. This card might cut back down to 2. We're still kind of looking into it, but it's basically Naruto again. But the Guardian stack kind of comes through sometimes. Given that like some red-green variants do have like higher costs like Kakashi, Boruto, My Guy, higher cards like that. Like if this gets hit in the Guardian stack, it actually pops them because it's a 7 or greater cost. Really funky how the signage is kind of working, but
yeah, it's annoying, but it is what it is.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
Then again, like it also swings for 2 Guardian stacks, so that's really nice. And then that's all for the purple. Now let's go ahead and take a look into the green really quick. Green is mostly utility cards, so we start with the Kichiki. Card's really good. It's a 2 cost, so you kind of start your game with this, and when it's swinging for 7, so chances are it's gonna live when it swings, and then you're gonna force your opponent to actually try to play a card to get rid of it. So you're gonna make them waste some of their time to get rid of this.
Yeah,
and if they don't, you're just gonna keep swinging.
Yeah, it's really nice for removal because it hits for 7, so a lot of times you hit a battler, and it's just really nice for removal when you can.
Yeah, like mid-range cards, like you get rid of these really nicely with this. And then on EX, you draw a card on EX. Mandatory green card as well. Basically, almost every green card is mandatory here.
Yeah, they're all really good.
Basically, +2 time when you play this. It's cost 3, but you gain 5, but so basically 2. But this helps you like extend plays when you need them, especially when you have a little bit more of the higher cards in your hand, so you don't like get punished for giving them too much time. So it helps you like play a little bit more easier with ease. Card's phenomenal, especially in Guardian Stack sometimes where you like give them like 1 time and you just hit them with this and they lose their turn.
Yeah,
especially like cards that have like attack 2 or something like that.
A lot of these green cards are really good and necessary.
Yeah. We also play triple Naruto. Card's really fantastic because it reduces battlers in your hand by 1 for cost. So like you, I was memeing and like I actually had access to all 3. And I just played all 3 for the fun of it, and like cards ended up being coming free. But like you don't really need to go to all 3 obviously.
Yeah,
like one of them is just enough to like play like better because you're saving yourself on 1 time in every card possible. So it's just a really good card to see, especially like with reinforcements built in with Kakuzu.
Yeah.
Like your cards in hand and reduce cost, so you can start floating a lot easier, especially with the EXs.
Yeah, it just flows really nice.
Really neat like interactions with that. We're playing triple of the Gara Sentinel. Card's fantastic. It's a 4-cost Sentinel. Its strength is 3, but not the highest, of course. But a Sentinel is a Sentinel. You're gonna force an attack on this, and on play it draws an EX, so it's gonna replace itself in a way. And really the neat thing about this card is if it's in the Guardian stack and it gets destroyed, you actually gain 3 time, which is phenomenal.
This is a lot of time. It's really nice.
Yeah, like chances are the turn's gonna get past you, or they just lose on a whole card.
Yeah.
I only chose 2 Naruto because they're kind of the Gaara and the Naruto Uzumaki are basically kind of the same. Given that they're Sentinels and then on play they draw an EX. The only difference is it's 5 cost and 5 strength. As to the Gaara, it's only 4 cost with 3 strength. But I think the Guardian stack ability is a lot better and worthwhile than the Naruto really is. But it's still neat regardless because, you know, Sentinels are Sentinels, and if you can start floating into these with reinforcements and like sitting on these, you're in a steam pile.
Yeah,
and, like, build up a lot. And then we play 3 Sabuza. Card's really cool. I'm still half and half about it, but I do like it for the most part. Basically, you play this and it lives for the turn, hopefully, in most cases. But on swing, like it does 2 damage, or it can do 2 damage, and it has the leader ability. So basically, like swing with this card, and then your next card is going to cost 3 less.
Yeah, it's just really value.
Yeah, so it also helps with the EXs to reduce cost, so you can stack them like the higher ones for lower cost type. Or even like a Naruto like that, reduce cost in your hand. You have that with this, like your next card is now 4 less.
Yeah, and just everything's a lot more playable after this.
So it's really good, especially with like reinforcements again. Like the whole idea of this just flows really nicely. We're playing 2 Momoshiki. Card's really good because it's only a 6 cost with 9 strength, and it can swing for 2 damage. Up to 2 damage.
And it's really hard to eliminate because it's a 9 strength, so.
Yeah, so it's like harder for like my guide or stuff like that to get rid of. So now you have to play like actual board removal, or at least bouncing.
Yeah.
The only like con that this card has, it can't swing battler. So you know if you see a Sentinel, you're gonna hope you have another card with this to start like getting value out of it. But it's a really neat card. We're just playing 2 for now, just to see how it feels right now.
Yeah, I'm really liking it personally. I've been playing it in my green, trying to test it out, but I really like it as well.
Amazing card is a Boruto Sentinel.
Yeah, super good.
It might be high cost, but that strength on a Sentinel is phenomenal.
Yeah, and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and swinging for 2 strikes is ridiculous because a lot of cards aren't going to get over this. Like in most matchups, no card really has this much strength without giving up so much time as well. And then really neat thing is that this on the Guardian stack, if it gets hit, let's say you have a tapped card on board against Sentinel. And then lastly, we play 2 Kakashi. High risk, high reward, but you gain a life and you can swing up to for 4 damage. 12 strength, so like a lot of cards aren't beating over this.
Yeah, just really good.
And then just really quick into the EX is we're playing Sasori. Just replace itself. You just grab this card from your drop. So you like the card you reinforce with, you can grab it out. Really neat, especially for only a 3, so you can like Chio it automatically and get it back, and you just start looping stuff like that. Naruto, because it has leader built in for 6, so like you can play Zabuza for free basically and stuff like that.
You can level up.
Really neat card, especially with quickness.
Tachi.
Tachi, really good, just because it gets rid of 6 or anything lower, and swings for basically 3 life with quickness, so that's really neat, especially on the 5 end. The 9 tail. Basically, this is really good because on play you gain 3 times, so it kind of like help you with the green aspect of utility. And swings for up to 2 damage with only 6 strength. Card's phenomenal as well because it has quickness, can swing for 3, and you gain 2 life on play. So this card is really great. Then lastly, the Ghetto Statue where it brought up. Swings for 2, but it's an 8, a little bit on the higher end, but you're popping 2 cards, which is phenomenal. If you can float into Zetsus, then you're just getting immediate board fights.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Probably my favorite one right now, but over test playing, I'm sure we'll find really nice things. But that's basically it for the deck profile.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys.